Dan Campbell spoke this week about how the Steelers play a little bit of bully ball. You see that on tape?
Yeah, I mean, they're a physical group. I think the Steelers are known for their defenses, the way they play. I mean, they play hard, they play tough, they fly to the football, they run, they hit. So, I mean, it's been Steelers. I feel like they've played like that ever since I was a kid, since I remember watching them on TV. So, I mean, the type of style of defense they play. So, we got to try to match that energy.
I see some Jalen Ramsey this weekend. Just how's he looked this season? What you've been watching on tape?
He looks good. I mean, I think he's been playing a little more safety now as of recently. But I mean, Jalen Ramsey's. He's Jalen Ramsey. He's been one of the best, DBs in this league for a long time. So, knowing where he is at all times is going to be big for us. He's a ball guy. He's going to be around the ball, whether it's in the run game, pass game. So we got to be, locked in on him.
St, how much more exciting is this week when you have all this in front of you, plus you're playing the last game at home in front of the home fans and all that kind of stuff? I mean, is it more exciting this week going in knowing what's in front of you?
I think, yeah, I mean, it being the last home game, that's always big, getting to play in front of our fans. I feel like, we have some of the best fans in the league. So to get to play in front of them for one last time is going to be a lot of fun. But for us, man, we got to take care of business, whether it's home or away. It's the one in front of us. It's the Steelers, so we got to, go out there and try to take care of business.
It was Ramsey one of those guys entering the league for you that you were looking forward to matching up with for the first time, and who else might have been on that list for you?
I mean, I wouldn't say it was, someone that I was excited for. It was definitely, remember my rookie year, we went to LA and we played the Rams, and he was on the Rams at the time. And I do remember, going up against him like, damn, this is really Jalen Ramsey. I've had that a few times, like Pat Pete when he was in the Vikings. I would say those two are probably the real only two where I'm like, damn, I'm really going against, these guys. But now after being in the league for quite some time, you just kind of get used to it. But now Ramsey, he's been, like, as a kid growing up, I remember watching him versus Steelers versus AB, just all the plays he's made. So it's kind of cool just to be on the field with guys that have been making, plays for a long time.
Do you ever think about how you're that guy for other people now you've been in the league, done as much as you have?
It's funny you asked that. I was actually thinking about that a few weeks ago, like probably not yet, but maybe in like 3 or 4 years. Guys that were in high school that would be in the league, 3 or 4 years, that watched me play. But that isn't really, that's not something I'm really thinking about, but it did cross my mind like a few weeks ago. Like, damn, I wonder if maybe in 3 or 4 years, there's guys that are in high school right now watching me play that are going to be in the league that I'm like, damn, guarding him or whatever it is. So it's kind of funny.
The St. Lance are playing an international game next year. It hasn't been announced where, but if they do end up in Germany, how excited would you be about that?
I'd be really excited. I feel like every year there's teams that play internationally. I feel like since I've been here, this is my 5th year, we've never had a game internationally. I'm like, every team's playing, across the country besides us. But, we're finally getting a game outside the country, so I'm excited. To play in Germany would be, I think my mom would be more excited than me. I asked her jokingly, I was like, how many tickets do you think you need? She's like, probably like 50, 60. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But to play in Germany would be a lot of fun just because I've been there. I spent a lot of time there. I speak the language, the culture, I understand it, so it'd be nice.
Would there be a German-inspired touchdown celebration?
Oh, yeah, I'd have something for sure ready to go for Germany.
I could easily see the fans taking over that stadium.
Yeah,
wherever it is.
I think, Germany and even in Europe, most of them are soccer fans. So the way they, the way they celebrate, the way they watch games is a lot different than football games. Their chants are kind of throughout the whole game because in football, plays stop. In soccer, the plays, never really stops. 45-minute halves, and so they have their chants just as the game goes on. So, I think they would probably be loud the whole game. They wouldn't really know. I've seen games, at Germany, but their chants, they just don't really understand football completely yet, but they're starting to catch on, which is nice. But I would just love to see like the fan interaction, how they perceive the game, just the atmosphere, everything.
Last week, you and Jameson, I think, had 88% of the receiving yards. Obviously, you're heavily targeted by Jared, but to watch how Jameson has kind of filled the void, with Sam out and such over these last, 4 or 5 weeks. What's that been like, and him being able to kind of take on that load too?
Another Jameson question. Okay, so here we go. Like I said before, J-Mo is. You guys know what J-Mo is. He's one of the best in this league. I don't need to keep repeating myself. J-Mo's here. It's not like, oh, when is J-Mo going to arrive? J-Mo has arrived. He's one of the, like I said, one of the best receivers in this league. on our team, it's wide receiver 1A, 1B. There's no, one for us. So we feed off each other. Being on the field with him is amazing. I feel like he brings the juice. He plays in the run game. He blocks hard. Pass game, you guys all know we can do. So, Jamo's Jamo. He's awesome.
But with you having to carry, you both having to kind of carry the load a little bit more than with Sam out. I mean, what has that been like? I mean, how's the complexion of the offense changed? I mean, in that sense, where you're both are being counted on even more so than you were before.
I think whoever's playing this offense, they know they got to be ready at all times. Whether it's me, Jamo, Tesla, Leaf, Zilstra, Jameer, Demo, Ferk. I mean, whoever it is, if you know you're on the field with us on offense, you got to be ready for the ball. You got to run every route full speed, and whoever the ball is thrown to, you better make a play. If it's not going your way, if it's the run game, got to block ours. So I think it's the way we play that none of us are ever surprised, and you just got to, we all got to stay ready because at the end of the day, you never know what look you're going to get on defense, and you got to make sure that you play like you're going to get the ball every play.
So you're saying you guys can't pretend to pick your nose and pretend to put boogers down the field, the NFL does?
I guess so. I mean, I still, I don't know the exact ruling on it, but yeah, I guess we can't do that.
All right, so who came up with the booger celebration?
Saint, he brought it to us in practice. Well, he came to me in practice. He like, we should do this. And I'm like, yeah, that's tough. We're going to do it. So we did it. And it just all happened to be in the same drive. So that was the good part.
Well, and the ref said you can't pretend.
Yeah. I don't really know what that was about. We just stopped it, trying to avoid the fines.
Johnny Moore said back in the day he would have been in that race and maybe got you both.
Oh, nah. I don't think so. Yeah. I always hear that. I think I got to go look up and see some little videos or something. I'm going to go check when I get back in the locker room.
Does that celebration decided, though, between you and John?
Nah. I wouldn't even say that. It was just something I thought of in practice, just how Saint came up to me and said that. I just thought about it one night, and I'm like, shit, we should do this. People always tell us to race, so, excitement, we bring excitement, race to the end zone.
When are you going to do the real thing? Charity or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe, soon.
You got a nice jump on him, did he say? Wait.
Nah, it really wasn't even about that. We were just trying to celebrate, and, that's it.
You and Saint have obviously got the majority of the targets and receptions the last couple of weeks. Given what's happened with the tight end situation, how much are you happy in some ways that you're able to kind of carry that load for the offense?
If you think the targets like bring me joy, that don't. Playing the game bring me joy. It's not all about getting the ball all the time. The game flips and certain things happen in the game and situations come. You just gotta make plays when your number get called. And I think that's what we do. We spread the ball around a lot. We spread the ball around to our playmakers a lot, and everybody just make plays, and it come together real well because we got a lot of playmakers.
Jamo, how exciting of a time is this? I mean, you guys are, fighting for what you want. I mean, you have another opportunity to go out there with your brothers and get this done. And it's the last game at home in front of all the home fans. I mean, is there, how you feeling going into this one?
It's big. It's big for us. And, it's a lot on our plate, but, it's nothing to us. We do it, and it's what we built for. We just excited to, be in the opportunity to get the opportunity, So it's big for us, and, we excited for it. And, we ready for everything that's coming our way.
Coach Campbell yesterday talked about how maybe the Steelers play a little bit of bully ball. Do you see any of that on tape of what they do?
Yeah. It's been going on for years. That's how they play. That's what the organization is about. But it's nothing to us. We play the same way, pretty much. And it's just gonna be a bully on bully game and see who could bully the most, I guess.
How much do you relish an opportunity to go up against a veteran guy like Jalen Ramsey, who's done it at a high level for a very long time?
It's most definitely exciting, but I think he moved to, over the top shell wise, so, probably won't see him a lot unless he over the top.
How do you feel about Snoop Dogg being announced as the halftime performer for the Christmas game?
What you said?
Snoop Dogg halftime performer for the Christmas game. How are you feeling about that?
In Minnesota? I don't know. I don't really know. We don't really get to watch it, so I hope the fans have fun with that one.
Looking at what you've done this season, I know you just said that you relish playing the game, but you've already tied your career high for touchdowns. You're closing in on your high for receiving yards and catches. A lot of expectations were around you this season. Do you feel like you've kind of proven a lot of people right to this point?
I'm not into, proving people right and wrong. People got their own opinion of me and whoever else they want to opinionate. I just go out there and do my job, play ball, have fun. I don't really look into, filling people's expectations. I want to win. I want to play, continue to keep playing the game. I want to continue to keep having fun. I never let nothing get in my way and, make me mad or shift my mood or anything. So, I just try to stay happy and stay focused and, keep going forward and playing the game and staying happy.
How much personally are you enjoying seeing your game evolve right in front of your eyes?
It's exciting a lot. It's exciting. It's just me doing what I was born to do. I'm a playmaker. I make plays. That's what I do.
Hey, J-Mo, in the past, in the back of the end zone last week where you got tackled going up for the catch, did you ask the refs for an explanation there as to why that was uncalled?
Nah, I ain't asked for nothing, I don't really, if it ain't called out there, unless it's real obvious, I expect it to be called, but if it's not, then, I can't really do nothing about it. A pass interference is not like a flag that they would throw late, like at that late, so that's like other flags. So, that's kind of in a moment thing, but I can't complain about it. I just got to get open and I still got to make the play and catch the ball.
Looked obvious to me.
Not to the refs.